What time is it right now?
What time is it?
What's coming up today?
It's Biggest Loser Day!
It's Biggest Loser Day! It's Biggest Loser Day!
It's
And Jillian, she's back!
She's back!
And she's got some vengeance. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Excited about tonight.
I am so excited because it's like, finally Bob and Jillian are back together. It's like,
all the world's as it should be. We have
all
new
as
contestants.
it should be. New contestants, new crop of contestants.
And tonight is the premiere of the childhood obesity situation for Biggest Loser, which is what we've been supporting all year. We're so excited to show some teens, because teens struggle with their weight just as much as adults.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for some new knowledge with that. I'm excited to meet these kids.
I am so excited to see, I'm just excited to see them succeed, because you know that this is going to change their lives forever. And I mean, it obviously changes the adults' lives forever, but the fact that they're really reaching out and they're starting to, really address this issue, that is a huge, huge issue now.
And the parents are learning just as much as the kids that I love.
Oh,
and I will say, Olivia and I have met almost all the contestants through a couple secret meetings, and this is a really good group. This is a really deserving group. I think you guys are going to be excited and happy, and I think their stories are really relatable, which is what we like about Biggest Loser.
You're going to fall in love with them. We fell in love with all of them, you're going to really, really like it. And
although they are staying in our house, the Biggest Loser house.
The Biggest Loser house is always our house.
That's right.
But I will say, you have to keep your eyes peeled, because you might be seeing maybe these two a few
episodes,
maybe. I don't know. You just have to keep watching. Who knows?
That's right.
And,
and be honest. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what you do like. If there's a contestant that you're like, oh my gosh, this girl or this guy is getting on my nerves, let us know.
Yeah. And
we had some people that got that, on our season, we got some comments, people that didn't love Olivia and I.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's how could they?
I personally think we're pretty lovable. I don't know.
I think we're pretty awesome, but hey,
I mean,
people have different opinions. And
there's a lot of people out there that do not like me and Hannah. They think we're really annoying. And I'll admit, I can be kind of annoying.
I can totally be annoying, but not much.
I mean, I'm just myself, and that's just,
But we have lots of people who we love and who love us, and that's why we're here.
You guys love us,
right.
which we love.
And I'm not going to be honest. I mean, I am going to be honest, not going to be honest.
I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to lie to you right now.
I'm going to be a big fat liar. No. I'm going to be honest. I'm hoping there's a cutie single on this season. I always have my eyes peeled. Biggest Losers kind of know what you go through. They know what life's about. I'm going to keep my eyes open to see if there's some diamonds in the rough there.
And I think in honor of tonight being the first episode of Biggest Loser, after we've all been waiting so long for it.
So long.
I think we should share a little story from our first day of The Biggest Loser.
Oh, jeez.
This is an untold story that most people are not aware of.
This is an untold story.
So yeah, Hannah, why don't you start this little ditty out?
So the day that we make the show, and a lot of people don't know this, and if you ever come to one of our motivational speeches, we tell the whole story. I did not want to do the show. Olivia literally, and this will make a lot of people mad, had to drag me by my hair kicking and screaming. The thought of putting on hot pants and a sports bra in front of America made me literally sick to my stomach.
I mean, she's not lying.
It's true.
Literally had to beg her to do it with me. She did not want to do it.
And through the process, of course I knew I needed to change. At one point, we were both almost 300 pounds. We knew that we needed to change. So Allison Sweeney came in and said, my new purple team is Olivia and Hannah. And of course, Olivia is screaming and I'm in the corner like, yeah. The whole day I was sick to my stomach. I didn't feel good. We didn't have time to eat really, and we found out right when we got to the ranch.
You had a migraine.
I had my first migraine headache I've ever had in my life, and that could have been from stress, anxiety, whatever.
A combination.
We hadn't really been eating healthy the past couple days, and I hadn't drank enough water.
We've basically
was not hydrated.
For 11 days, we lived on Halloween candy in our hotel room, during sequester week for Biggest Loser.
That's right, and carbs. So I didn't have any great fuel, and so I remember they gave me my first sports bra, and because I was so heavy-chested, it was a very tight. I think Jen Jacobs and I called it the angry bra.
Oh yeah,
and it was cutting off my circulation. Well, I kept telling the medics, I was like, I'm sorry, something's wrong. I don't feel well, and we're standing in front of all the new contestants, and what happens?
Hannah falls down and faints in a big pile of bricks. I'm talking
like this. I was like, I don't feel very.
I mean, she fell backwards.
First time I've ever
her
fainted.
knees buckled, and she went down, and I was so scared because I didn't know what was wrong. I mean, it was like this whole.
The cameras were not rolling, thank God. And I remember all the contestants were like, "Oh, they're out." I mean, she can't even get through the first night. She can't even get through the first challenge.
It was actually probably the best thing that ever happened to us, because from that point on, everybody was like, oh, those purple girls, like every single weigh-in from start to finish, like every weigh-in, they were like, you know, what are we going to do about Olivia and Hannah? I mean, when they fall into the yellow line.
How are we going to choose?
Oh my gosh, how are we going to choose between the two? Oh my gosh, Hannah, the purple girls. Oh my gosh, what about the purple girls?
And I will say, when I got up after, you know, I think, of course, Olivia was so concerned. She was upset.
Bawling, crying.
I will say, a lot of people were kind of staring and were kind of backing away. Marcy and Courtney came directly over, and Marcy was like, I want to make sure she's okay. I don't want her to do anything that makes her, and they didn't even hardly know us. So shout out to Marcy and Courtney, who really wanted to help us, and we're genuinely concerned. So anyway, we get to the challenge. I'm holding on to the treadmill. Olivia had to do almost the whole thing. I was able to jump in and give her relief on the 5K. But even though you beasted it out, day one, as always, we were still able to make the top 6 and choose our trainers.
And that's the thing that most people don't know that they never included, was the fact that Hannah was able to help me at the end of the 5K. But I loved the fact that we still came in 6th place out of 11 teams. We still came in and did well enough.
It was just enough to pick our trainers.
Just enough. And I think it was such a good lesson. That was like the very first lesson I learned, is that sometimes in life, it's not about being first. It's not about winning. It's not about this and that and the other. It's about what is enough.
And what's your best? You know? That was my best at the time. That was her best at the time.
Exactly.
Even though I was like this.
I was like, oh my gosh. But I love that sometimes all you need is what's going to be enough for you.
Right.
And
you have to let that be enough.
Exactly.
Julie used to always say that.
Exactly. You just have to accept it and be like, you know what? Today, 6th place was enough. And even though it wasn't first, it didn't matter. It was perfectly enough because we got to choose our trainers and everything. But that first day was pretty dramatic.
Then the next day we walk in and we're like, Bob and Jillian, we picked you. And Jillian's like, you idiots. You gave up immunity.
Yeah.
But it was the beginning to a beautiful friendship.
It really, really was.
So that's our first night Biggest Loser story. I'm sure the new contestants have their own stories too. Can't wait to hear all about those.
So stay tuned. Leave down in the comments what you're looking forward to.
That's right.
Like, you know, through the promos, is there anybody that you think might be a front runner? Like,
absolutely.
This is the
make
time
your picks,
to start,
people. Make your bets. It's
make
time.
your bet. Place your bets, people. It is time.
I have someone in my mind.
Yeah, I do too, actually. It should be interesting to see how it all pans out.
And stay tuned during the season because you might see yours truly.
Yep, and me too. So anyways, don't forget to, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. And yeah,
so it's free.
It's free.
We like free stuff.
Who doesn't like free stuff?
Please. Don't tell us that you're watching Biggest Loser while eating your pizza. That's what we hear all the time.
Yes.
Biggest Loser's taco night. No, people.
Not anymore. We're changing that. So we will
see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.